Good morning, everyone. Today we are studying the chapter from Animal Physiology first, that is, Physiology of Digestion, and topic is Regulation of Hunger and Satiety. So, firstly, what is the hunger? Hunger is a physiological drive to eat, the feeling that prompts thought of food and motivates the food consumption. The hunger is influenced by nutrients in the bloodstream, eating pattern, climates, etc. It is controlled by internally. Okay, so hunger is controlled internally. Then, what is the satiety? If the quest for food is successfully, the brain signals the body to stop the eating. So, hunger is a suppress. The sustaining hunger and satiety, first is protein, second is complex carbohydrates, and third is fat. Okay, so first is protein. Protein is the most satiating. Second, the complex carbohydrate. It is satiating. Then the fats. The fat stimulates and entice the people to eat more. Appetite is different from hunger. Okay, so appetite is the desire to eat food and felt as a hunger. So appetite exists in all higher form lives and serves to regulate adequate energy intake to maintain the metabolic needs. It is regulated by a close interplay between the digestive tract, adipose tissue, and the brain. The appetite is different from hunger. Hunger is our physical need to eat. If you can want to eat but not need to eat, for example, wanting to eat desserts after a big meal, or you can need to eat but not want to eat. Okay, for example, losing your interest in food when you are stressed. When we lose store fat, our body mounts a major response to conserve energy and boost appetite, defining the further weight loss and the encouraging again. When stress, the appetite level may increase and result in an increase of food intake. Decreased desire to eat is termed as a anorexia, and increased appetite is called as orexia. Okay, so decreased desire and increased appetite. Decreased desire is to eat is termed as a anorexia, and increased appetite is called as a orexia. While polyphagia, or it is also known as hyperphagia, is increased eating. Dysregulation of the appetite contributes to anorexia nervosa, bulimia nervosa, then cachexia, overeating, and the binge eating disorder. The hypothalamus is a part of the brain. It is the main regulatory organ for the human appetite. Okay, so hypothalamus is a main regulatory organ for what? For the human appetite. Then the neurons. The neurons that regulate the appetite appears to be mainly sero, um, sero, serotogenic. Okay, so the hypothalamus senses external stimuli mainly through a number of hormones such as leptin, ghrelin, PYY3 to 36, orexin, or cholecytokinin. All modify the hypothalamic response. They are produced by the digestive tract and by adipose tissue, that is leptin and adiponectin. The systemic inflammatory mediators such as a tumor necrosis factor alpha and the corticotropin releasing hormone, then the influence appetite negatively. This mechanism explain why ill people often eat less. Okay, so systematic inflammatory mediators influence appetite negatively. In addition, the biological clock, which is regulated by the hypothalamus. Okay, biological clock is regulated by the hypothalamus, which stimulate the hunger. The process from the other cerebral loci, such as from the limbic system and the cerebral cortex, project on the hypothalamus and modified appetite. This explains why in clinical depression and stress, energy intake can change quite drastically. Appetite is regulated by, or hunger is regulated by, a complex system of central and peripheral signals which interact in order to modulate the individual response to the nutrient ingestions. First is a peripheral regulation, and second one is central control. Peripheral regulation, which includes satiety signals and the adiposity signals, while central control is accomplished by several effectors including the neuropeptidergic, then the monoaminergic and endocannabinoid system. Okay, this is the table where the main orexigenic and the unorexigenic molecules are there. Okay, there are two rows